Good morning, Heaven Bound family, and anyone who may be listening. This is Pastor Larry with a moment in the Word on this Monday, the final day of May, May the 31st, and hope that you had a good weekend. Today is Memorial Day, and I hope that you're enjoying the Memorial Day weekend, final day, and that it's been a safe weekend and an enjoyable weekend for you. Had a wonderful time at church yesterday. Some of our people were out of town, but had a good service both yesterday morning and yesterday evening. We had a guest speaker and informed us on the work in children's home in Mexico. And Angie brought us a chocolate cake and had fellowship afterwards. We're down to the 17th chapter of the book of Genesis. Not necessarily one of my favorite chapters in the sense that it's one that I think of when I'm thinking about Genesis. It is an important chapter in the sense, especially it's important to the Jewish people, but it's important to the Christian as well, since Abraham is the father of the faithful, and we are the children of Abraham by faith. And it's important because it tells us that Abraham is 99 years old at this point, and Sarah is 90. And God comes down to talk to Abraham, confirms the covenant that he made with Abraham back in our last lesson. And the covenant is that God is going to make a covenant with Abraham. God has made a covenant with Abraham, and he confirms the covenant that Abraham is and his seed are going to be given all the land of Canaan. And excuse me just a moment. I don't know why it is. Every time I start a devotion, my nose starts itching. But anyway, God confirms his covenant with Abraham, and to him and his seed is going to be given all the land of Canaan. The Palestinians can lay claim to whatever portion they might want to lay claim to, but the land belongs to Israel, and ultimately all of it will be Israel, for Christ is going to come and set up his kingdom, and when he does, he will divide the land, and it'll be the land of Israel from the Red Sea all the way up to the river Euphrates. And so in that sense, it's important. Part of the covenant that God makes with Abraham is that all the male children 8 days and older, whether they be children born within the family of Abraham, or whether they be servants that are bought and brought into the family of Abraham there, every child, every male child is going to be circumcised. And so circumcision is going to become a eternal recognition as far as the children of Israel is concerned, and still practiced even today. Although today, I think probably most males are circumcised. We see here finally scientists caught up with God in the sense of the word. God had all of the Abraham circumcised all his as a point of cleansing. It represents the fact that they were clean versus the Gentiles being uncircumcised or unclean. And again, today I think most male children are circumcised as a matter of what's the word there? As a word of word comes to me and goes again before I can say it there. But anyway, speaking of cleanliness and so God makes this covenant with Abraham, and Abraham is 99 years old. Ishmael, when God tells Abraham that the following year Sarah is going to have a child, Abraham laughs. We often talk about Sarah laughing, but Abraham laughs to himself and says, well, Abraham at 99 years old and Sarah at 90 years old going to have a child. And because he doubts the reality of it. He says to God, oh, that Ishmael would be my accepted child. And God says to Abraham, don't worry about Ishmael. I'm going to bless Ishmael. He'll be the father of 12 princes. But the covenant is with Isaac. And he says this time next year, Sarah's going to have a son. You're going to call him Isaac. And the covenant will go with Isaac, and the promise of the children of Abraham will be through Isaac, who then Jacob, and continuing on even to present day. Abraham is referred to or God is referred to as the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob. And so God promises, changes Abraham name from Abram, which he's known as up to this point, but he'll change it to Abraham because he's going to make him a father of many nations. And Sarah, spelled Sarai, Sarai, I believe it is, or is going to be changed to Sarah, Sarah, because she's going to be the mother of kings and so forth. And so that's kind of the gish of the 17th chapter there. And in tomorrow's lesson, we will look at the 18th chapter there, and some eternal truths that we'll share with you tomorrow in regards to this 18th chapter. This is short, but then it's Sunday, and we made some of them a little bit longer than we wanted to, so I guess we can make one a little bit shorter than what we normally would. The key to chapter 17, or the key importance of chapter 17, is God, who made a covenant with Abraham, is going to confirm that covenant. And the key that is going to confirm the covenant will be circumcision. And this is Pastor Larry with a moment in the Word on this Sunday evening. Go forth. Tomorrow, again, Memorial Day. Take time out. Pray for the survivors of all of the fallen who are still alive. And stop and give thanks to God for the freedom that we enjoy in this nation. And honor those who have paid that ultimate sacrifice so that we might enjoy this freedom. This is Pastor Larry with a moment in the Word. May the 31st, 2021. Go forth today. Be safe. Bless someone. It'll bless them. It'll bless you. It'll bless God. And God, in turn, will give you a double blessing. Have a wonderful Monday.